Okay, I don't know what I was thinking when I put up the copper wire thingies. Why didn't I just put it on the arbor that I built? So I'm going to put one on the arbor today, and then I will move the other one that I have just a few feet away from the arbor into another spot. And just run the copper up. This will go down the ground. Maybe I'll go start here. And I'm going clockwise up. This might take the whole piece. What are you doing? Okay, I need a ladder. So here's a close-up. It's in the ground. It goes clockwise up the pole. I don't know if that's a mess up. If I go downwards and then back up, I hope not. And then, can you see it? It's getting in the, where's it at? There it is. Continued counterclockwise, and I just put mine up. One person has said you're supposed to point it to the south, and other people say it doesn't matter. So I'm just leaving mine up, not really pointing in a direction. And now, this one over here, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna be moving it just to the other side of those 3 trees. Okay, you can see the 3 trees. And I'm gonna be putting it out here. And it says not to have it on the north side of trees. That's the north over there. But these trees are not fruiting trees, they're just my shade trees. I'm not worried about those. This food here, and flowers and such. My tree over here, my apple tree on the side, I'm worried about. It's really not due north of it, so hopefully it'll be okay. Dig a hole and I'm going to stick it in there. And there it is, in all its glory. We got that small one to move now. Okay, over here, you can see where I just put the one on, the arbor. And this is the little one, so I'm going to move it down the hill. And there I put it in down here, closer to the bottom of section 1. We'll have a little walk around and I'll show you where they are all at now. So this down here is close to the bottom of section 1. And you can see the small one right there. And then by the 3 trees, I hope you can see it in the center. And then I have one right over here. Let me get a better picture. Right there it is. And then I have one down here. Between the Turk caps, the pink and the red. It was behind this tree. Where is it at? It was behind that tree there. When I filmed the first video, and the next day I moved it over here. And then the one that's on the arbor at the top. So now I have 5 copper antennas in section 1 of the garden, which is where I grow my market ginger and turmeric. So last year I was pulling out a pound towards the bottom of turmeric, but at the top it was less than a pound, way less than a pound per plant. So hopefully with the copper, that'll straighten everything up and I will have a nice harvest at the top and the bottom. The ginger, most of it was a pound a plant, and I had a few that weren't, so we'll see when I start digging things up if the copper works or not, and also how the flowers and stuff react. But I think I have enough to cover this. I have a little bit of copper left. There's one plant that I want to show you, and we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, this plant here, I will have to look up and see when the date that or the year I planted it, because I don't put the date, but I put the year. And but basically I stuck it in the ground and it hasn't grown. So I'm going to take some of the copper and make a circle with a little antenna and see if that helps it. And right here's the plant, if you didn't see it. Okay, so it's stuck in the ground, wrapped counterclockwise, and then the antenna is wrapped clockwise, and the antenna is wrapped the same way. Let's see if it'll help this baby grow. Okay, this one here is also in section 1, and as you can see, something ate everything off the top, so I'm afraid it's going to die. I'm going to make a circle around it also. Okay. So I wrapped it clockwise, south, that way. And see if that helps any. Okay, here on the seedling tray, these are hairy balls, bishop balls, balloon balls, or balloon milkweed. So I have 7 that I made with the last little bit of wire. And I'm going to move those by themselves. So these don't have any in it. And I moved them right here on the end. They have the copper in them. They're down here on the end. So we can be able to compare and see what happens.